What's up, brother? How you doing? How you feeling? Have you seen your mother? When you see her next time, tell her that I love her. I was crashing in the living room like Donald Glover. No heat, had to use the hoodie for my covers. Contemplating
What's up, brother? It's your boy T Brown.
What's up, brother? It's your boy Troy, and welcome
This is
to the What's Up, Brother
Brother
podcast.
Cast.
Now, how you guys doing today? All right, hope you guys had a great day. You know, we feeling good. We feeling good. How you feeling, T? How you feeling? I guess T feeling good. He over there dancing.
No, we chilling. We out here. We feeling good.
He hear that
put the
theme
kiddos
song.
to
That
bed.
theme song. That's what he dancing to.
Yo, what's up, brother?
How you doing?
You feeling? Tell me, how's your mother?
He said, that is not the
He said,
lyrics,
"Tell
my
me."
nigga.
Yes, it is. He's
No,
also
it's
said,
not.
how's your mother? Give her a hug. Give her a hug for me, bro.
That's
Give
at,
her a hug.
that's at the end.
In the song, though.
You mix two parts together.
It's like how in Bad Boys 2, where he was like, you gotta learn the words.
You gotta learn the words, but the funny thing is, the funny thing is, you knew the words the first day, money.
I still do. I'm just hyped. That's all. Players fuck up too. Mike Epps said it best. Players fuck up too.
That's true. That is true. We're gonna talk about some fuck ups today, man.
He said, "Look at my eyes. They burn.
We're talking about some fuck ups today. Not in the way y'all think. Y'all the fuck ups. Not y'all watching, but the people on the other side of these topics. On one topic, and that's the last topic, and maybe the second topic. But the first topic, nah. But yeah, we want to. You know how we start the show, man. You know how we start the show. It's just us two today, man. It's just us two. You get us by ourselves today. All right. We want to thank you guys. You know we want to thank you guys. So
I want to thank you.
Let me go on and just thank you guys, man. Thank you guys over on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, all you guys listening, man. We appreciate it. You know, keep following us, man. We got some good guests coming up.
That's right.
We got some good topics coming up. We're gonna try to stay a little up on current topics a little bit more when we can fit them in.
Like right now, this will be one of those moments. Of current events.
Yeah. So, but we just want to thank you guys for showing your appreciation, man. Well, we appreciate it, you know, for you guys watching, you know, for you guys that do like the video and stuff like that. We appreciate it. We just here trying to bring
even the ones
knowledge.
That watching that haven't subscribed yet, for real, y'all ain't sure. Sometimes it take that. Sometimes you just take that right episode, like, all right, clickety click.
Yeah,
we ain't there yet for you.
I hope this the one for you guys. I hope this the one for you guys. But we want to thank you guys, man. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. All right. We like to see them numbers growing. We like to see that people's listening. We like to see, you know, that you guys are interested. So you guys got to drop those comments, man. Over on YouTube, drop those comments, man. Let us know what you guys feel, what you guys are thinking, all right? Because we here for it. We here for it, man. We want to get these communities back up and running how they should, bro. Togetherness. All right. We want togetherness. We want young kids to be able to reach 21. Because I know back in our day, we used to say,
not be afraid that they wasn't going to reach 21.
Back in that day, it was a small little thing in the back of your mind. Damn, bro, I get killed out here. I might not reach 21. Today, no, it's life. You might not reach 21.
But we ain't talking about COVID either.
But we're gonna kind of get into a little COVID a little later, you know. But first topic is going to be Jon Gruden. All right, now I'm pretty sure if you guys haven't heard, Jon Gruden did resign from the NFL. I think earlier this week.
I think I did see something about that one. Okay.
Yeah, so I'll run down some of the stuff that came to light because Tyrone's a little bit, you know, out of date with this one. Yeah, so I got a list of stuff I'll run down, and then me and Tia get into the conversation about it. So it all started with Jon Gruden, from my knowledge. The league started to do an investigation on the Washington football team, formerly known as the Redskins. He was doing an investigation on the team's president, Bruce Allen. In that investigation, if the number, I might be off, but I remember seeing it earlier today and the other day. I think it was like 600,000 emails they had to go through. amongst those emails of them doing the investigation for Bruce Allen, John Gruden's emails came up. So in John Gruden's emails, he used race shit. That's what that was. Race shit. Racist, sexist, homophobic, transphobic, and transphobic language in those emails. And it dates from 2010 to 2018. During that time, John Gruden was not working in the NFL. He was working for ESPN. So I think people need to understand that he wasn't working for the NFL. He was working for ESPN. All right.
Which don't make the situation any better, but okay.
No, it doesn't. Not at all.
Not at all.
He used homophobic slurs to describe NFL owners, coaches, reporters who covered the NFL, which is just crazy to me. Like he didn't stop. I didn't know some of this information I'm telling you guys right now. I just found out by doing my research. Gruden later, we know Gruden used the term rubber lips to describe I want his name Demarius Smith, if I'm saying it correctly. He used the term rubber lips against him, which people perceive as a racist term. I have never heard it. I've heard other terms of lips.
I wouldn't have thought that was a racial term. I would have thought he was saying he can't keep secrets or something.
Right, but that's what John Gruden said. He used it as somebody that lies, not keep secrets, but somebody who's a liar. He did later walk back on his statements. He apologized for him. I think last Sunday. Last Sunday, I think he apologized for him. But another thing he was found in those emails which is kind of like disgusting to me, is there was pictures of topless women. And two of those women happened to be two Washington football team cheerleaders.
Damn.
So that's even more disgusting to me, because Bruce Allen was the president. And where you think he was getting these pictures from?
Boom, for real, right? Especially if it's conversations between them.
So also, which I found out today is there was some higher ups that was not even in. It has nothing to do. Well, some of them have something to do with NFL. It might be like sponsors and stuff like that. But in the emails, there was an executive who was connected to the Outback Bowl, which I believe is a college bowl. There was the co-founder of Hooters and the founder of PDQ restaurants. These were also people that were found amongst John Gruden's emails. So that's a little.
I was about to make a messed up joke. I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah. Let's not be insensitive here, because this is
I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna check myself.
This is a great job. I appreciate that. That's called growth. There, it's growing.
Yeah, because the old me would have said something reckless right now, but I'm not going. Jay, no.
Yeah, I mean, we all gotta grow. We all gotta learn. So Gruden also targeted Caitlyn Jenner. He mocked that she won an award in 2015 after her transition.
Like a sports award? Or are you talking about?
No, when she won Woman of the Year, I believe. Yeah, I believe when she won Woman of the Year. And then the last thing I have here is also in the emails between Allen and John Gruden. John Gruden told Bruce Allen to tell Brian Gazer, who owns the Buccaneers, to suck his dick.
Crazy.
And Allen replied, he'll take you up on that offer. So I made a comment the other day, and I said, if John Gruden is sending this stuff to people, he is comfortable with sending that stuff to them. It's not the first time he has done it, and it's not going to be the last time he does it. He's probably just going to be more careful of talking to somebody in person, which is still dangerous nowadays, because now you got people recording conversations. But yeah, I said it before, like there's a whole bunch of people that's involved in this that was in those emails, like the co-founder of the Hooters and the the founder of the PDQ restaurant. And the executive that was connected to the Outback Bowl. And I did leave their names out of it because we're talking strictly about the actions of John Gruden here. I don't want to get stuck in the actions of other people. But it's like, what I think seeing on the internet what people fail to realize or what they don't seem to understand is John Gruden said this in 2010. The emails was from 2010 to 2018. I understand that. And he was not working for the NFL at this time. People on TikTok are trying to point out the hypocrisy of the NFL because we still have people that commit sexual assault, people that do domestic violence. Greg Hardy is a perfect example. He should have never been back to the NFL after what he did to the girl that he was dating. But the NFL does give people second chances, and I do agree that people deserve second chances. Now, would John Gruden get his second chance? I don't know. I think people do have room to grow and change, but I do understand it on the other end that a lot of people feel like racist people aren't going to change.
I feel like it's one of those where he probably might not even get checked like that. He probably just resigning just to lay low for right now and then come back out because a man like him is a man of power. And like you're saying, if he used to talking to people like that and he comfortable, that means he's already, in my eyes, he's already prepared for some shit like this, some type of backlash. Because if these are conversations between 2010 and 2018, and him working for ESPN, he shouldn't be a dumb man to know that some shit like this could come back on him. And if he is dumb enough to not think that shit not gonna come back on him, then he resigning to lay low and just cover his ass.
That's a great point.
I think that he probably just resigning just to just let this shit blow over because I feel like he's got enough power and people to shut some motherfuckers up.
That can be true. He is a white man, and he is in power, and you don't get to the place John Gruden is with that big of a name just by what you do on a football field, bro. It's about who you know too. Right. So, and that's why
it's 70% of the world.
Yes, and that's why I started it off by saying. That's why I started off by saying that it wasn't just John Gruden. The people involved in those emails are like that too. That's how they are. That's how they talk. That's how they feel.
We talking about my man's from Hooters. Shit. This is a man that's made a franchise off of titties, practically.
Right. So, and that's what I said. Where do you think John Gruden was getting these emails from? Like, I would say this. I don't think he's the only one that deserves backlash. He deserves it.
No.
He definitely deserves it, but I don't think he's the only one. And I don't think Bruce Allen is president of the Washington football team anymore. But and there was a whole bunch of other stuff that went into these emails. I just took stuff that we could just key in on instead of going through every single thing because he talked about, I don't know if you remember the football player Michael Sam, the black gay guy that came out.
Crazy.
He came out and he called him the Q word, that it's offensive to gay people, and
unless they label themselves at that,
right? But he did it in a way of like demeaning him, and it's like, what did Michael Sam do to you? Just because his sexual orientation is something else, why does that bother you? Like, if you guys sit here and think,
football player ain't nothing Q about that man,
right? I mean, you literally got to be tough to play it, unless you're a kicker. Unless you're a kicker,
you still got to be tough to be a kicker because your name
Pat McAfee, right? Pat McAfee was tough, but I just think we got to realize, like, in order for it to stop, like, let's just take the NFL, right? In order for the NFL to not come out later on with reports of this, because this is going to happen again. Like, mark my words, it's going to happen again. The emails conversation is going to get leaked when some other guy that people love in a door, right? In a door is going to be looked at in a different light. Like,
but I think that's one of those
to stop it
you never know.
To stop it, if you're doing this, if you're going through. I understand the investigation started somewhere else, and these came along, and then the Washington Post, and then the New York Times or the Times reported it. I'm not sure the media outlets that reported it. I was reading off a couple of websites, but no, I think he deserves. I don't think he deserves to be in the NFL. I don't care how long ago the comments were, because we got to hold everybody to the same standard. And this is what I wanted to say. We got to hold everybody to the same standard. The baby made those comments on stage, cancel them right away. Cancel them. Cancel them right away. Anybody else, I don't remember names, but there was a reporter years ago who called, I think, black women nappy-headed hoes or something like that.
I think I remember that one too.
Canceled right away. Like Rachel Nicholson, so I don't know if you know about Rachel Nicholson. I used to watch The Jump, and I used to love The Jump, and I used to love Rachel Nicholson. You know, I still, you know, appreciate the work that she did on the show, not, you know, behind the scenes. But it came out a conversation of hers that she actually had some choice words for a black up and coming journalist in sports. That conversation came out, and about, I think, a week to a week and a half later, she got fired. She was a white lady on ESPN. So this it happens all the time. Like, and I think when it comes to cancel culture needs to stop. I want to say that because you guys target people that don't need to be targeted.
That do
like,
it though.
Right. You can target and do good. Like you can target and do good. But you got to also think about the other end of that people that's not going to use it for that same reason. They're going to use it just to get people they don't like off, like Dave Chappelle, which we'll get to later. But in John Gruden case, for somebody to sit here and use, you know, I gotta get my paper.
I just want to say while you're getting that paper real quick, I just want to say that by you saying that the whole thing about like the whole cancel culture got to stop and holding everybody accountable. The whole sports world is an entity, and that's why I feel like they can't be held to the same standards.
That's true,
even within the sports world, they're their own jury, executioner, and trial.
That's true. When something happens, the NFL deals with it in the best way that they can.
They're their own ones.
If it's not against actual laws, yes, the NFL does determine what happens on their own. So you can say they're judge, jury, and executioner because they do their own investigations, just like they're doing here. This is an investigation done by them. But yeah. What I was going to say for John Gruden to use racist, sexist, homophobic, and transphobic slurs, and over, I forget the amount of emails it was. I looked at that the other day, but I forget the amount of emails of his. Yeah, I think it was like 6,000 of his. I could be wrong. I think I am wrong. I'm going to say that right now. I think I am wrong, but it was a lot.
6 million.
Nah, imagine it's probably more. But for him to have that many, however many it was, going back and forth with people about somebody having rubber lips and somebody being a Q word or the F word, or, you know, it's like, what does that matter to you? Like, and then he came out and said, oh, you know, back then in 2010, I was going through, you know, a lot. It was the lockout. You know, everybody was angry. Everybody was tense. Like, no, that doesn't matter, bro. It doesn't give you a right to call people names, bro. And this is the reason why I had this topic on today, is because this whole new culture of labeling everybody, oh, you're leftist, you're communist, you're this, you're that, you're that. This is what this comes in at. Like, that's him labeling the people that he doesn't like. Sam Smith is a Q because he's gay. Roger Goodell is an F word because he doesn't like what he's doing. Like, this is the culture that we're creating. Like, yeah, don't think that older racist people aren't picking up on the new trends and the new way you guys do things, because they are.
They probably the ones that's creating this shit.
That could be true too. That could be true too.
Like how Dave Chappelle says, some people create our words to win arguments.
Yes.
Some people do shit just to come up with some shit to win an argument, just to come out on top.
Yeah. So John Gruden was totally wrong in his comments, and I think another point I wanted to touch on with it, I see a lot of people also on TikTok like, oh, he didn't say these comments when he worked in the NFL, or he said these comments when he worked with ESPN. But
because
say these comments came out
to a different standard because of them. They play by their own rules.
But let's say these comments came out, right? Let's say these comments came out and the NFL did absolutely nothing about it. What would you guys be saying then? All the people out there that saying John Gruden didn't deserve to resign, he got fired, which he didn't. He stepped down, and literally tells it in the reports that he literally had a meeting with the whoever he had, the president, the owner, whoever, and he resigned when the second set of emails came out, because he knew he was done. There was no comeback from that. His image was tarnished, because that's the person that he is. That's the person he is. No matter what nobody says about John Gruden's a good guy. He's this, he's that. His true colors are in those emails. That's what you guys are failing to realize. For the people who sticking up in his true colors, and you guys might have the same. You guys might have the same true colors. No, he really feels that way about gay people. He really feels that way about Roger Goodell, Michael Sif, DeMarcus. I don't know. I can't say his name right. Demarius Smith. Yeah, there you go, Demarius Smith. Like, that's how he truly feels about these people. And you know, one thing I seen that was interesting too is we can't forget that AB, Antonio Brown, did do a small stint in on the Raiders, and he did come out and say something to the you know, the sense of the stuff that's coming out now about John Gruden. So it's like, now people are looking at him like, oh, he's right. Like, no, like they know they're in it. They spend countless hours with these people, bro. They know how they're talked to and what's said about them from these people. Like, people knew this about John
nobody
Gruden.
wanted to believe AB at the time because he was going through with bouncing from teams and shit. So ain't nobody want to hear what was coming out his mouth.
But you don't think the NFL knew about this? That this is how he felt about people. This is what he said to people. He didn't just do this through emails. He did this in conversation. He did this behind closed doors. That's his true colors.
Whoever he was comfortable with.
Right. And that's what you guys are missing on TikTok. That's what you guys are missing on TikTok, is that you're missing the fact that he felt comfortable to say these things to these people. What else is he saying to his people that he feel more comfortable with? I don't want to drag his brother into it.
Imagine if he gets some drinks in.
His brother, his father, if his father's still alive, you know, his wife, what, yeah, exactly. Imagine him and his boys go to the bar and they get some drinks and like, imagine what they're saying. Like, and I'm not saying he's all bad, but what he said is not acceptable in today's world where everybody wants to be seen or should be want to be seen as a human.
You gotta check yourself. Check yourself, man.
We gotta start thinking
other people's feelings. Like I saw in the movie Hall Pass today, words really do hurt.
Yes, they do.
Sometimes when you say some stuff, even if you don't come out the way you don't, words do hurt, man.
On the other end, when we get to the David Chappelle part, certain words shouldn't bother, but we're gonna get to that. I get it. I get it.
It depends on where you from.
That's true. I get it. We'll get into that. We'll get into that when that comes. But sometimes
I'm a problem of that right now within my life, just because I say the N-bomb all the time. I call everybody mama and nigga. But at the same time, my rule is if you drop a hard R, I'm finna come at you. And you seen it firsthand. Remember that time New Year's? I almost beat that bald dude up because he called me a nigger. And I was about to come at his ass.
Was that when we was walking back to the train?
It was you, me, and Adam. We was walking back from the Heights, bro. We was walking Adam home.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Okay, because I got a picture from that night. I got a picture from that night. Now I got called a nigga with a hard R when I was working at Starbucks, and it was by a redneck. I mean, full beard, like literally a redneck. I'm not calling him that. He was literally a redneck. Like he wasn't happy.
Labeled on his forehead.
Like he was mad at something. I forget what he was mad at, and I was the only one at the counter at the time because it wasn't busy, and he didn't even talk to me. Like he didn't even talk to me. The only thing he said to me was he called me a nigga but without the A, like
right, for real,
with the ER, and I sat there and I laughed at him, and he got even madder because I laughed at him because the way Tyrone just said it, right? It's like, yeah, when you say the ER, yeah, it's offensive to people. For me, words don't bother me. Call me whatever you like. I don't care. The second you get too close, the second you touch me, that's when I'm going to react. Because in my opinion, that's the growing up in the hood.
My bubble.
Right, growing up in the hood, that's the only time I think you should react. Because it's like, in today's life, bro, you're put in life and death situations, especially as as a fucking black male in the fucking hood. Like, and that's all I can speak to. I can't speak to nowhere else. So if you leave a comment like, "Oh, what about this?" and I don't know. I'm a black man in the hood. Right? I can only speak to that. So, but I know like there are dangers outside my door. So we have to take that shit into consideration. So it's like for me is to react that way. And I used to fight. I'm not gonna say I used to gangbang because I was never with a gang, but I used to fight when I was younger around gangs with gangs. Like, but you learn quickly that you can lose your life here over some damn words, bro. So, I mean,
but usually after the words, though, back when we was coming up, usually after the words, you saw to the hands, and they niggas couldn't see you with the hands. Then you was bound to lose your life by weapon. But nowadays,
well, it wasn't that much in our time. I would say that it wasn't that much in our time. Like when you say weapons, it wasn't guns. It wasn't really. It wasn't. I would say machetes more than knives. But it was. It literally was bats, poles, sticks, anything firm that you could bring to a fight. A lock in the sock. Some people get fancy. Man. Some people get fancy. A pool ball in the sock. Don't know where they got the pool ball from. But I can remember countless times being in the gym and my boy would come up with 2 pool balls in the sock. I'm like, yo, y'all niggas getting it in again? He's like, yeah, we about to get it in. And I'm like, I know to go straight home.
He had that on one sock or 2?
I think it was just one sock.
It had to be a strong ass sock because
it was like one of the tube socks.
It had to be a good tube sock because 2 pool balls. And the tube sock, bro, you swing that job, you only got like 2, maybe 3 good swings out of 2 pool balls in the sock.
I mean, it's crazy. So, I mean,
that shit gonna rip. You popping the seams.
But yeah, comments like this, man, we like what Tyrone just did, bro, is what we need to do. Is if you feel that way, yourself, keep it to yourself.
Mm-hmm. Mama cares. Mama and Papa always said, if you don't got nothing nice to say, don't say it at all.
I just posted this on Sexbook. I just posted this on Facebook about, sexual orientation and people caring so much about sexual orientation. You'll keep it to your damn self. Nobody cares. Half of America don't care who you date. I don't care. I literally don't care. Look at the episode with Steven. When I met Steven, I figured he was gay. I never said anything to him because it's not my place. I don't care.
I didn't even know.
He was cool as hell. That's all I cared about. When I met Elijah in fucking college, you can tell Elijah is gay. But guess what? I didn't fucking give a fuck.
He's cool as hell.
I didn't care. Elijah is my nigga to this day, bro. He's a real nigga. Like y'all, you guys don't understand. Most people are in the same predicament.
Talking to Steven yesterday.
Right, but most people are in the same predicament like me. They have gay friends, they have lesbian friends. A lot of people have transgender friends, and they don't treat them no different. The problem is that the outside world, you guys treat them some different type of way when you should just not care. You shouldn't care. Shouldn't care. And I get it. Like Tyrone says, sometimes words hurt. Like in this,
I don't got nothing against transgenders either. I've hung out one in my time too.
Right. Like I don't care who you are. If you cool, we could chill. Just respect my boundaries and I respect yours. And that's it.
Mama, for real.
That's it. That's it. I love all humans, bro. I just hate people. And I always say that. I love all humans. I just hate people. But yeah, John Gruden was messed up here, bro. John Gruden was really messed up here, thinking that these emails wasn't gonna come back. You see how we just jumped right back on topic, but I just don't get these. I don't get these white men like this happens all the time with these white men. They always say something and it always comes back and bite them in the butt. And it's not just them, but I'm talking about white men because we're talking about John Gruden. Yeah, we're talking about John Gruden, and he was a big name in coaching in the NFL. And
we should be more specific. White men of power.
Power, yes.
That's why I want to put.
That's why
white men of power. That should be more specific on that one.
Yeah, not all white.
There are white men that are cool and know like that. They're about to say they're white men that know that John Gruden shouldn't be talking the way that he was talking. Yeah. And that's all because that man was comfortable.
Even let's dive into the pitches for a second because we talked about it, but we breezed past that shit. Right? So let's talk about that.
That's disgusting.
Let's talk about like I get it. Like we're
don't got no business sharing pictures.
Right, I agree. Right,
that's how I look at that.
Right, and so I'm blocking Eli's face.
I keep them to myself.
I want to block Eli's face.
I ain't mad at you. You get stuff like that, you keep it to yourself. But then if you trading it and stuff, or like you
they're sending it
leverage against people,
they're sending it to co-founders and founders of companies. Like
that's what I'm saying. That shit ain't cool.
Like, and this is the image that all men get, that we're all disgusting. Like, I have never sent one nude picture that I've got from a girl. Somebody else.
I never said any of mine either, for real.
To somebody else, bro. I never even saved them things on my phone. Like, I never saved them on my phone because it's like, yo, I used to lose my phone all the time as a kid, bro. As a teenager, drop my phone. My BlackBerry, I'm a poet. I write poems all the time. I don't really now.
Yeah, you lost like 2 of them things, right?
I lost my BlackBerry. My BlackBerry had one of the most incredible poems I've ever written. It was called Empty. It was literally called Empty. Till this day, I've written probably almost 500 poems, bro. And I will still say none of them is better than that poem Empty, and I will never get it back.
That Blackberry had a good amount of your poems, because other than Empty, I think it was another one on there that was fire too.
Empty was the best one, bro. My best poem ever, bro. And it's gone.
And in your notebook.
It's for God.
Your notebook too.
Yeah, I got both my notebooks. I still got both my notebooks. I'm still transferring them over to digital.
Nice.
Still transferring them. But nah, bro, like you
that's uncool, man. That's disgusting. You don't want to
like that. You can't be sending pictures of people. It's like even if they send you the pictures, why are you sending it to somebody else?
That's for you, for real. That's for you.
Like,
bro.
what if that was John Gruden's daughter? What if just so happily, right? Let's talk hypothetically here. What if John Gruden?
Hooters got the pics,
right? What if John Gruden's daughter somehow she was of age? But what if during all these text messages, he just somehow in the rotation got a picture of his daughter with her titties out?
How you feeling? Like he gonna be looking there stuck on stupid.
How you feeling? What if he in that mixture of the topless girls, a picture of his wife came back?
That'd be heartbreaking. Somebody busting out the jerkins to his wife.
But see, the problem is men like him, and it's not just white men, but men like him, which I'll call him a semi-predator. That's what I'll call him, a semi-predator when it comes to that, because anybody that's sitting here sending naked pictures of women around is a predator, because those women are probably 20 years younger than him.
It's not even, well, in that sense, I don't even want to bring up the fact that age, because hopefully they're of age and all.
No, I mean, John Gruden's like 50, 60 something. Well,
I get what you're coming from. I get what you're coming from on that part, but that's what I'm just saying. I don't want to bring up the age factor.
No, I'm not saying young girls. I'm not saying it's young girls.
Yeah, but I'm saying of age.
I'm saying of age, but, and I'm not saying there's nothing wrong for an older man to be attracted to of age younger woman 10, 20 years. That shit happens all the time. But what I'm saying is it's a predatory act to have a woman send you a picture and then take that picture and share it with whoever you share it with. And then that person is now returning pictures to you. And now five of you guys are in a group chat, and you're all taking pictures or having pictures of these Hooter girls, people cheerleaders, or anybody else.
Johns that you just meeting in the circles,
giving you pictures and you just circling that shit around your group. Like, that's just not cool. Because at the end of the day, if that was your baby sister, if that was your adult sister, a lot of you be like, I don't care, but you would, bro. You literally would. If that was your mom, bro, you literally would care, bro. Like, tell John Gruden to put himself in those people's shoes that he did this to.
Empathy is a motherfucker, yo.
What if John Gruden was Caitlyn Jenner? Do that shit. And I don't hear nobody talking about these points, but what if John Gruden was Caitlyn Jenner and Caitlyn Jenner was John Gruden, and that Gruden said something about that Caitlyn?
The Jenner.
Right. How would he feel? How would he feel if he's transgender? And I think that's what we need to realize. Like, yeah, I get it.
Joe Jenner.
I get it. A lot of people have their own opinions. A lot of people have their own morals and the way they think about things. That's fine.
What if he talked like this because he got some things about himself that he needed to get through?
That's what it always turns down to. People always say that when they do this, but no, I think it's just
that sometimes.
I think it's just a hatred
for it be some underlying factors.
That's true, but I think it's just the hatred.
It could be jealousy, and you could be confused, like to you being like that. Jealousy could be just you wanting that.
That's true.
Sometimes you could be mad at the way people are affected because of like those things. And that could lead you to say something. That could lead you to say some unlanded stuff just because you hating.
Yeah, but I think that's what I'm saying. I think it's more hate than anything else because, I mean, I have people around me that feel types of ways about different people in their sexual orientation or the way they carry themselves. I mean, it's so many different situations you could use to the same topic. But I think the point is like, we all want our opinions out there. And then when you have this opinion, like John Gruden, he didn't want it out there, but in today's society, I'm talking about all of us want to be heard. All of us want to be heard. All of us want to be accepted. But it's like, when some of these people start talking in this road to acceptance, when you really get to hear them and how they feel, you ain't going to like it, bro. then you turn around and you blame that person. Like, no, it's your fault because you started this open dialogue, right? Now you get to see who I am, and I'm this type of person that don't like this and don't like that and don't like this type of person, that person. Now you're looking at me sideways when it's like, yo, I didn't want to indulge in these things. I didn't want to share these things with you. You opened the conversation, right? They opened the conversation for John Gruden, and now how he truly felt is on the table. And this happens all the time where people, and like Tyrone said, people in power positions. And I'm not going to put a race on it because a lot of there are other races in it too.
It could be anybody in power, for real.
Their power goes to their head and they think they're invincible. And that's what I think about John Gruden. I think John Gruden thought he was invincible. And when the second pile of emails came out, he realized that he was not invincible and he had to go. He had to go. You know?
And then, like you said, people that had his back, his fans and everything, still wanting to support him because they don't see it. But then at this rate, he probably resigning. Yet again, another theory of mine. He probably resigning because of the fact that he knows that his true colors are shining through. Facts, yo. Like, that's really what that is. Because he probably knows some more deeper shit about to come out.
We all get skittish. Like
you said, you got the number wrong with that 6,000 emails because it's probably 6 million that he really popping on his shit. That's really what that is.
Hey, the emails, I mean, him. But if we being realistic, him talking like that, like it had to go back further.
What if he's just a laptop gangster too? What if he popping all this shit, but if you approach him in person, he won't have nothing to say. He gonna be like, Phil? Plead the fifth?
I mean, he probably would plead the fifth.
Because he don't want to have nothing else. No, I'm just playing with it because it's bothering me in my pocket. I just didn't.
I just heard the viewers. The viewers said, "Give him some of that money."
I mean, shit, we can have a raffle contest.
Y'all heard him. Don't look at me. All right. But yeah, I want to move on off of John Gruden. When John Gruden was wrong, the things he said is wrong. I think we all need to be a little bit more sensitive about the things we say and how we see them. Like I just got into I could have gotten into an argument with this lady on Facebook about the way people parenting. She got a little upset at me about the way I responded, but I just don't like when people say most or many. And if I say it, I have to correct myself with saying it too, because I really don't like that, because we don't know the most or many. We just don't know them. And I think we should all speak to what's around us and what we know. And that's what I was just basically telling her. And she got that at the end. At the end of the conversation, she understood, because I didn't get heated and was like, yo, what you talking about? Like, nah, I was just like, look, this is what I'm trying to say. And I explained it to her in a better way than, her taking offense to it the second time. So that was me just being like, okay, she probably didn't understand it, took it some type of way. So let me come back with a different approach so we can have a civilized conversation. And I think I think this goes to it, like civilized conversations. If John Gruden felt some way about Roger Goodell, why not go to Roger Goodell and have the conversation with him? I get it when you're talking about Caitlyn Jenner. He's not going to go to Caitlyn Jenner and tell him that, yo, I don't appreciate what you're doing, or I don't support what you're doing. When it comes to Michael Sam, when it goes to Michael Sam, he's not going to go up to Michael Sam and be like, you're a Q. He's not going to say that. When it comes to Demarius Smith, right? When he goes up to Demarius Smith, or when he's having conversation with Demarius Smith, and he's telling Demarius Smith he's a liar, he's saying you're lying. You're a liar. He's not saying rubber lips.
Because he don't want to see him with the pause.
I mean, after you say something like that about me, if I'm Roger Goodell, you got to step to the back, bro.
You gotta get the pause.
You gotta step to the back, bro. You're going to call me the F word? Let's go to the back real quick and see how you really feel about that.
I had to get the pause put on you.
Hypothetically, what if Michael Sam beat him up, bro? Like, what if we just be like, yeah, now how gay am I? Like that's what I'm saying. My point is of saying that
he really
it's a light joke, but what I'm saying is
that he beat his ass.
Right, but what I'm saying is that you got to be careful with this, because people could come back. What if Kylie Jenner sees, John Gruden in the street and just walks up to him and slaps him?
Facts.
What if, Demarius Smith? What if Demarius Smith, if I'm getting his name wrong, just correct me down low in the comments.
Facts. Because I don't even know how
Demarius Smith, sees him and puts the paws on him, how would he feel then? Like, I mean, I come from a time where you run your mouth. You got to see the person you run that mouth about.
You gonna get a check.
Whether it's a conversation or the hands, bro.
Facts.
And we don't promote violence, but I'm just saying, like we all sit here and we hide behind these damn computers and these damn text and keyboards,
bro.
So we hide behind these things right here with these buttons and shit. Like we're clicking away with this, and when somebody got these, we want to pull out this. We want to pull out this.
My pops always told me, whenever you think you safe, you still ain't safe. You ain't never safe.
That's why we all need to watch what we say, because you never know how it's going to come back and bite your ass in the booty. You never know. John Gruden thought he was safe, bro. You don't think
he was safe.
You don't think John Gruden said those comments to Bruce Allen
in the
most utmost respectful, comfortable way, to know like, yo, he ain't gonna never say nothing. He says shit. I got stuff on him. That's what I'm saying. Like, if we really dive deep into it, I'm not gonna say every. I'm gonna say there's a number of people in the NFL that we look at as good people that we will see in a different light if all their emails and text messages came out.
Say some reckless stuff on God.
And that's the last thing I'm gonna say on John Gruden. I wish
I hope you don't get run up on, bro. That's all I got to say.
Yeah.
I hope you don't get run up on.
I don't know, John.
I know he might get run up on.
No apology. And that's another thing, like no apology saves this, bro. Because this is like 8 years worth of emails. You never addressed it yourself because it never came out. Wow. So that shows people like you wanted it to be hidden. Yeah, it wanted to be hidden. It was supposed to be hidden. It wasn't supposed to come out. And that's the dangers of you. John Gruden should know what's done in the dark.
He resigning.
What's done in the dark always comes to the light.
I got that tattooed on me.
Always comes to the light, bro.
Upward comes the truth for him, yo. Whatever done in the dark gonna come to light.
Yeah.
You got that shit tatted.
Let's get into the next topic, man. Kyrie Irving.
My man.
Kyrie Irving, man. I'll tell you my stance. This is my stance.
I feel bad for Kyrie, man. I ain't mad at him.
I'm not mad at him either. I'm not mad at nobody, no matter what job you work, whether it's an entertainer, up in the world, top billionaire. I don't care what you do. If you don't want to take the vaccination, don't take it. And that's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say on the vaccination. If you don't want to take it, don't take it. Like, nobody can force you to take it. Nobody can force you not to take it. It's up to you. If you feel safer with the vaccine, then go take it. I've been telling these people since it started. Why do you care about if I'm vaccinated? I wear my damn mask in places where crowded. Even though doctors have saying that it doesn't really work, I still do it. You know, so other people around me are safe. But I see a lot of you guys want to sit here and take a problem with Kyrie not going to get vaccinated, but there's still a mask mandate out, and most of you vaccinated people were walking around with no damn mask on in stores because you guys think you're safe when all reality you're not. You can carry it and pass it on to others with no symptoms. That's not you being safe. All right. So you guys got to understand that there's still risks that people
out here asymptomatic than a motherfucker.
There are risks out here that people are still taking. Look at the NFL player. I believe he plays on the Falcons. He took the vaccine and got blood clots. His season is over. That's real. It's real for some people. Yeah, I get it. They say 96% of the NBA is vaccinated. I get it. Kevin Durant is vaccinated. James Harden is vaccinated. That's great. They're their own individual person. They're their own individual person. And that should matter more than anything. We sit here and we have this my body, my choice for women. But when a man turns around and be like, I don't want to get vaccinated, everybody be like, but you got a job to do, but you get paid millions of dollars. Like, this man said in his Instagram live that he's willing to lose the money. It's him losing the money. He's losing it. He ain't playing. He's losing it. That's on him. That's not on y'all.
186 million, if I'm correct.
That's on y'all. That's on y'all, not him. He has to do his best for his life. Just because he's an entertainer doesn't mean that he caters to you guys. And that's what I think people fail to realize, is that you guys are trying to separate the man from the image. And you can't. You can't. Kyrie is his image, yes, but he's also a man that has to make life decisions for himself and his family. Like, and then you guys can't sit here and I get it. People always go to the basketball things. Oh, he left LeBron. Oh, he went to, and I'm a Boston fan. I'm a Boston fan. I get it. Kyrie told us he was going to stay. Then he left. Who cares? Who cares? Look what we did to Isaiah Thomas. Look what we did to Isaiah Thomas. Like, I don't care. People is grimy on both sides. Players are now just getting the fact of being grimy back. Look, James Harden forcing his way out of Houston. Ben Simmons right now trying to force his way out of Philly. Like, this is them giving the owners what they've been getting for years, so I don't mind that. But when it comes to Kyrie, you all got a bone to pick with him. Why? Because he left LeBron. This has nothing to do with LeBron. It has everything to do with his body. My body, my choice. That should go for everybody. My body, my choice should go for everybody. It's simple. It's simple. He doesn't want the vaccination. That's fine. He thought he was getting exempt from his doctors. Nobody talks about that. So did Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins' exempts got declined or denied or whatever you want to say. And then he changed his mind and went and got it. That's great for him. But Andrew Wiggins is also his individual person. Andrew Wiggins is also not on the stage as Kyrie Irving is. Andrew Wiggins, in my opinion, can't stand to lose no money.
Right, for real, nah. Kyrie, a high volume player. This nigga been making rap.
It's not even high volume. Kyrie got stuff off the court too that he does that he makes money from. You guys got to remember that too. It's not all about the money. All you guys on TikTok and all these social medias is looking at the money he's losing, or he doesn't want to get the vaccine. No, he doesn't have to.
He don't care about that bread, though.
He doesn't have to. He doesn't have to. I know old people. I know literally old people right here where I live in Jersey City that didn't get the vaccination, bro. What I'm supposed to tell them, look, you guys are the group that's dying. You should know. That's their personal opinion. You shouldn't care. You shouldn't care. As long if you go get it and you feel like you're safe, then go get it and feel like you're safe. Why should you go get a vaccine and then try to get everybody else to get it? It's because you don't feel safe. It's because you question it yourself and you feel like it'd be better if everybody gets it and we're all in the same boat. When people like me, I don't have the vaccine. I'm not against it and I'm not for it. I don't care about it. I just don't like taking shots. That's just been me for the last 30 years of my life. I'm 30. And even when I was a kid, I did not like taking shots. I took the shots that were needed, and that's it.
Needles don't fuck with me.
Needles don't bother me. It's not the needles. It's just I don't like putting stuff in my body. Like even when I'm not feeling good, bro, I'll go smoke a blunt before I fucking take Tylenol or something.
Preach.
Like, and I get it. You guys can be like, oh, but I don't like. That's not. I don't like putting stuff in my body. I just don't. So that's my reason. Kyrie has his own reasons. I think we all just need to come to a space where we can respect that. If Kyrie can't play home games, it's not because of Kyrie. It's not because of Kyrie. You guys are sitting here blaming Kyrie because he can't play home games. That's not on him. It's literally on New York City. Because if New York City does not have those mandates,
and they're a high population,
right? If New York doesn't have those mandates, Kyrie played this year. He's healthy,
and we don't got no mask mandate.
I'm in Jersey City. We don't have no mask mandates either.
Facts. But it's just because New York being a high population area and they got so much tourists traveling in and out.
It's the money, bro.
Especially
that's
with
what it is. It's the money
for Brooklyn, where he at, and it being where he's at, and like you said, that money they want him to be there. They want him to get vaccinated because he's playing for them. He into their brand. But at the same time, Kyrie standing 10 toes down. He's not going to give up.
No, the podcast I watch. Let him go. The podcast I watch, Player's Choice. Shout out Player's Choice, man. I love all the, they takes over there about basketball and stuff like that. I think they're crazy, but I do like them. They're very entertaining to watching. A lot of things they say I do agree with, but I just totally went blank in my head, bro.
No.
Like one of the people on that show said, Dale, shout out Dale. He was like, what if Kyrie does get the vaccine and then something happens to him? And, another person on the podcast, Shaq, was like, oh, but 99% of people in the NFL, it was 96%, and the people in the NBA, not NFL, NBA, are vaccinated. So he would just be the one that something happens to. And honestly, and then he said it's impossible, and it's not impossible. Look at the guy from the Falcons. Impossible. Look at the guy from the Falcons. Like, literally took the vaccination, got blood clots, and is out for the rest of the season. And we don't know what else is gonna happen. We don't know how severe his blood clots are. So I think people are still trying to overweigh the risk with.
And what if it's against his religion? What if he ain't just say nothing? Because I also read that Kyrie hasn't been speaking to the media like that.
No, he hasn't said anything until he made the Instagram live.
That's what I'm saying.
But then all
like,
these narratives are being put out there about him, about he's going to get traded if he doesn't get the vaccination.
He just can't do that. Yeah, for real. Like, that's not fair. I just don't think it's fair.
No,
and then another analogy that they brought up, another analogy I've seen just off of memes though, is just like they let Magic play. They let Magic play.
Yeah, I posted that on the group. I posted that in the group.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. They let Magic play.
I posted that in the group.
With the HIV, but all because this man don't want to get a shot.
And niggas was scared. Don't think they just let Magic play and it went unhinged. No, niggas literally tried to fight back against Magic playing that year. And it was answered. It was answered with him playing.
I know.
Like, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to dive too deep into COVID because I'm not an expert on COVID.
Me either.
I haven't. I'm not going to sit here and say I ever had COVID. I have not. I don't know. I have been sick in the time that COVID has been out, but not to the point where I severely needed to go to the hospital or anything. So I'm not going to sit here like other people and be like, oh, yeah, I think I got it. Yeah, I think I got it before it got here. Yeah, I think it got it before it was.
I've been in this shit.
I'm not going to say that because I'm not going to go into the conspiracy part of it, even though, you know, I think there's truth on both sides of it. I think there's truth on both sides. I low-key been
saying I've been immune this whole time. That's been my joke. That's been keeping me good.
We both could just be asymptomatic, man. We don't know.
You right. At the same time, though, that could be because that's what happened with Castian. My son, he was
just don't know, but COVID doesn't really affect kids that much. It's a low percentage.
You right.
It's like overall like 600 kids.
This is one of those where it's just like, no, I've been in the thick of it this whole time. I've been around motherfuckers that's been sick. I didn't really do much of quarantining because I got a family to support. So I was out here still working throughout this whole time, throughout this whole pandemic. You know, been around motherfuckers working. My job's not trying to keep us 6 feet apart, but it can't work when you in the workplace and you got to be paired up with people. So like, it's hard to do certain, like, follow those rules and shit. So it's just like, even my first job, when it first happened, like, it was literally like a solid like 8 cases of it. And when it first came out of the job that I was at then. And it was just like, it's always been a lot of shit going on.
Another thing I want to say is for the people that's out here saying COVID and stopped the last 2 years of our lives. No, COVID did not.
It don't. It either made you a hustler.
No, it did not. Government did.
Out you, or made
government stopped it. That's who shut us down. Government did it, not COVID.
True. Okay. Because motherfuckers would have still been out here if the government didn't make COVID seem as
the government did it. I get it. It's a new virus.
True. But just like how we talked about before.
But you cannot say people are sitting here, right? People are sitting here saying COVID shut us down for 2 years. It is not COVID. It literally was our government that shut us down. It was literally our government that told us we could not move. You guys are just using the easy way out and like, oh yeah, COVID did it. They did it because of COVID. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. Because what did it stop? Literally in the shutdown, did people stop dying from COVID? No, they did not. And like I said, I don't want to make this conversation about COVID. We're making this about Kyrie Irving, but the biggest thing right now with Kyrie is him not being vaccinated. So it does correlate.
It correlates. Right. Because it's just not fair. Because like you saying, motherfuckers just want to use that as an easy way out to get him.
There's other people in the NBA that's not vaccinated. I hear Bradley Beal is not vaccinated.
Right, but all because
he just played in the preseason game in New York. But he just played for a preseason game in New York.
Kyrie just can't play home games from what it seems like.
Right,
he hasn't been able to play home games.
Which sucks, and he loses the money for it. I get it, but it's like, it's his body, his choice, his life, his choice. Who are we?
He just want to play the game.
It's just so funny to me. It's just so funny to me that people that are not in his predicament or in his shoes can sit here and tell him what he should
something to say. I can't say these are words from a wise man because he was drunk at the time, but he said, I don't tell you how to live your life, so don't you tell me how to live my life.
Like, I just don't get it. I don't get where we got into the business of telling other people that have worked their asses off to get where they are what they need not to do. Like, who are we? I'm not going to sit here and tell Kyrie Irving, oh, you're selfish or you're this and you're that. I'm not telling him that. I don't even care if you're somebody as Stephen A. Smith. You didn't work to get to where he is. You worked to get to where you are. So talk about what you know. And that's the work you did to get to where you are, not some other man letting his team down, not making sacrifice. Like that shit is baloney, bro. They're pushing this narrative. They're pushing this narrative that Kyrie Irving is the Joker, he's the villain, and Batman needs to come in and take him out. Like, no. Kyrie Irving is his own man. He can do what he wants, when he wants, as he pleases, just like every single one of you guys watching. You can do what you want, when you want, as you please. And I know there's gonna be some people, no, I can't go do this. I'll go to jail. I can't go, nigga. I'm not talking about crime. I'm literally talking about just doing right. You can do anything you want in your life, right? You can refuse a flu test, a flu vaccination. I do every year for me and my kids. I never had the flu. Not once.
Me either. And that's what scares me about things like that too, because 9 times out of 10, when you take vaccines and like shots for those things, you end up getting it because it's got a little bit of it in there. So you're building your immunity.
The COVID vaccination is different. I'm not getting into it. Like I said, we're not.
I understand.
We're not getting into COVID. COVID is for the professionals. It's for the professionals. I'm just talking about, and the things that we already mentioned about COVID was just, I'll tell you my point so you guys don't try to rip my ass. The point is your body. Do what you like with your body. We say my body, my choice for women should be my body, my choice for everybody. And that's it. That's all I'm saying. If Kyrie decided that he wants to not get the vaccine, he shouldn't have to not play in the NBA. That is his job because he doesn't want to get the vaccination. He should just still take the same precautions the NBA did last year and the year before that in the bubble that seemed to work for them so well. Right? It worked for them. But now you're sitting here telling everybody has to be vaccinated. And then
because they want them people in the seats.
People out here saying, "Oh, fucking, nothing's happening to these players." We don't know yet. We don't know if they notice symptoms yet. We don't know if they notice they have blood clots. We don't know.
They all could probably be asymptomatic.
That's true too. For the ones that caught it already, they probably have natural immunity, as some doctors say. We don't know. That's why I said I don't want to get into COVID because it's a touchy situation. And it's like, yeah, we want the hard conversations here, but I don't have a doctor or 2 doctors on the screen with us so we can go back and forth with statistics and information. So I'm not going to do that because that's not my field. My field is just to bring light to communities, to the community I live in and other communities to try to get the aspect of the community back. But talking about Kyrie, like I said, our point is that it's his body. He should be able to do what he wants with it without us making judgment on him or putting all the blame on him for not going to get something that he does not believe in.
And he should play the game.
That's it. We want him the ball. We want Kyrie out there. Kyrie's a monster. Okay. Kyrie's a monster. You have Kyrie, KD, and James Harden all healthy this year. Ain't nobody stopping them, not even the Bucks. Not the Lakers. Nobody's stopping them. I'm going to be biased here, and the only team that can stop them is Larry Bird's team. Now let me start like the Boston Celtics.
Yes, he said it's got to be the 88 Celtics.
It's got to be Larry, McHale, But nah, I wish Kyrie the best. Keep your fight up. Kyrie has done a lot for
Leave your comments if you ever see this, Kyrie.
Kyrie has done a lot of good for a lot of people.
Facts.
And now we're just sitting here trying to take that shit.
Uncle Drew movie, out here balling in the streets.
No, I mean literally with his money. Like he paid 6 people's way to college. Like he has done. I don't know if it was college, but he did something with 6 people. I read it earlier before I went and watched the Instagram video. But it's like we got to stop this nonsense of trying to point fingers at Kyrie when he's just trying to live his life. You guys got to remember that basketball is just on TV. The rest of the rest of their days and their lives is not on TV, bro. Yeah, they train, they practice, but they got a life too outside of that, bro. And yeah, I know we pay hard-earned money to see them play, and everybody wants to see Kyrie play. And I get from the fans' perspective why you guys are frustrated. But at the end of the day, you can't sit here and judge this man or put blame on him or point the finger at him because
he
does
really
not want to get a vaccination that he does not back.
And if you really want to see this man play, wouldn't you want to take into consideration of how he lives his life, how his health is, so you can continue to see this man play?
Like, come on, guys. We got to be better than this. These are the moments. These are the moments we need to stand up. And whether you're vaccinated or not vaccinated, you need to stand up and be like, no, he is his own person. I get it. Yeah, we're a little fearful because the news is showing that a lot of people are dying, and We don't know what to do or what's going on. So we want everybody to be safe. They're telling us that this vaccination is safe, but we really don't know if it's safe. And I think if somebody can say that, you guys should be able to respect their opinion, whether no matter how you feel about the vaccination. Okay, because like I said, there's a lot of information that's true on both sides of it. It just can't be one side is completely lying. There's facts on both sides. And it's just about what you choose to pay attention to. And I think we should just leave it at that when it comes to COVID. And if you guys want to challenge us on COVID, I'm just going to write in the comments, thank you, because like I said, I'm not a doctor. I'm not here to speak on COVID as a medical physician or somebody that's been in the hospital dealing with it since 2019. I'm not going to do that.
Just don't use any hard R's on me.
But what I can say here and do is tell you that Kyrie has a choice to make in his own life, whether that's walking away from basketball, not walking away from basketball, not playing home games, getting the vaccine to play home games. It doesn't matter. It's his choice. We gotta roll with it. As much as it's sucking, you guys want to see him play for the fans the fans that are frustrated because you want to see him play. You guys just got to get over it and understand that he is a man, and at the end of the day, this is something that he does not believe in. And and then something else he touched on in the Instagram Live was standing up for people that's losing their jobs over it. I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it. Because people are losing their jobs over not taking a vaccination. But then on the other hand, the next news story after people are losing their jobs for the vaccination is, oh, there's not enough people at the jobs. Every job has openings. Like I just had this conversation with one of my friends on Facebook. Like, oh, my job can't find people to work the pharmacy. You don't even have to be vaccinated. You could be unvaccinated. But why do you think these people don't want to? Because they're fearful of they're going to get these new jobs and they're all those cities are going to mandate the vaccination. They're going to be out of a job again. Like, what do they have to move to Canada? To the Himalayas to be able to just be free and live their lives? Like,
water.
I get it. We scared. I get it. There are people that's out here scared, but you can't put your fear on somebody else. You literally can't put your fear on anybody else. That's your fear. You have to find a way to deal with it. You have to find a way to deal with it.
People don't want to go out here and get a job because they're afraid of getting sick.
Like I said to the lady on Facebook yesterday, we can't sit here and tell somebody that they're not fine when they say they're fine because we don't know how they dealt with or the work they put in to get where they are fine at. It doesn't matter if they find it in a bottle or they find it in drugs. And I get it. Some of these things are wrong. Yes, we want to help. But a lot of times we think words is just a solution when they're not. They deal with these things each and every day. You might not. You don't know what it feels like to go through. You only know what you see. You only know what it looks like. You don't know what it feels like. You know what you feel from seeing it, but not what they feel from going through it. And I think a lot of people are not taking that aspect on Kyrie. Yeah, we see him not playing basketball. Yeah, we see that he's not going to be in the arena with KD and Harden, and people want to see this team whoop the whole league's ass and go to 7 championships in a row. Like, I get it, but at the end of the day, he's human first. That's why I love humans and hate people. But that's all I got on the topic. I'm not an expert on COVID. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like everybody else that's out here pretending I'm an expert on COVID. I don't even watch COVID-related stuff anymore because it's just out of hand. It's just out of hand. It's just out of hand. So I can understand for the people that just don't know what to believe. But the last thing I'll leave you on is nurses and doctors are not even taking the vaccination either. So how are you guys mad at Kyrie Irving for not taking it? The people that's in the hospitals that has to be there when we get COVID are not even taking the vaccination because they don't even back it, or they know how medicine works and they don't want to. We just gotta get to a place where we're neutral. Get to a place where you're neutral. If you want the vaccine, I'm at a place where I'm neutral. I'm at a place where I'm neutral. I'm not going to sit here and discredit you for getting the vaccine. I'm not going to discredit you for not having the vaccine. I'm in a place where I'm neutral. You guys need to get there. It's called togetherness. It's called togetherness, bro. We've fucking divided over a virus that could have been made wherever somebody else said it was made, or nature could have made it. Who knows? We ain't gonna know. I
don't.
So we sitting here fighting the enemy that we don't know where it came from, but then still fighting ourselves. Like, you people are hilarious. Like, you really are hilarious.
That's just been going on all the time, though. That's been like that since the freaking crack pandemic.
No, true. And that's what I'm saying. Like, that's another thing. It's old
that's
too.
Just human nature in general.
It is. It's become human nature.
Designed to build, just break ourselves down. We just destroy ourselves.
And it sucks.
It is. Whether if it's us destroying each other or destroying ourselves.
It sucks because what you guys don't realize is mostly.
Here we go again.
A lot of people, I'm not going to say mostly, a lot of people have lost somebody to COVID.
Oh, excuse me.
A lot of people. I can say this because this was literally said to me by somebody. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it because it literally was said to me by somebody I know. There are some people out here that loved ones are dying and they're just being written off as COVID deaths. Literally, my cousin.
They're becoming part of a statistic.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, and I'm not out here poking at the bear. And I know you guys are like, you said you wasn't going to say nothing COVID, but you said a whole lot about it. Nah, I just touched the little surface of it. I ain't diving no deep in it. I ain't talking about statistics. I ain't talking about deaths in the last 3 years. I ain't talking about none of that. I'm not diving into that stuff. But I'm just saying all this stuff is related to why Kyrie Irving doesn't want to get a vaccine and why people shouldn't be losing their jobs. Like Kyrie right now is basically going. Now he goes from full-time to part-time because of a vaccination.
Crazy. That should be in history right there. The first part-time basketball player.
Book of Guinness World Records.
Oh God, Kyrie Irving, first man.
But nah, I wish Kyrie the best, man. Shout out to Kyrie, man. Keep standing up for what you believe in. 10 toes down on it. Even though, he could be a little confusing in his speech and what he's saying and what he's trying to get across. You guys got to remember when you're in those predicaments and you're trying to express your feelings about something that's just as controversial as this, you probably sound the same way he sound for all the people that's saying he said nothing, because he said a lot of stuff. He took accountability for him not playing. He took accountability for him not getting the vaccine. And he also said that there's a lot of stuff in this world that we need to be paying attention to, like people losing their jobs over not getting the vaccine. Like, and he also said for the people that's out there like Kyrie say some outrageous things like the earth is flat. If you watch the whole Instagram live, he literally said towards the end of it, I have said some dumb shit. I have said some dumb shit before. And now I'm trying to be better. I'm trying to be better. And now that he's trying to be better in what he do and how he moves and what he says, it's just like we all gotta poke fun.
How the earth can be flat. I don't understand how.
No, he said he researched it. He doubled down on that one, or backed out on that one.
I'm glad that he did, but for the people that do believe that the earth is
look,
flat,
I'm not going to. They could give you some facts on how though. Like don't sit here and think those conspiracy theorists can't give you facts, whether you believe that or not. They can give you some facts, bro.
I feel like if it was flat, it would have been known already, because we got motherfuckers that travel the world all the time by boat, plane, both, to be able to do it on land. Like, we got people that do that. And I feel like the way gravity works too, gravity works, it wouldn't work out if the world was flat.
Right. I don't know, bro.
We'll probably be bunched in one area because we'd be pulled to that one spot.
Yeah, I mean, conspiracy theories out there, man. I'm a tippy top of the top tip. I don't get too deep. No. I stay like this, up and ready to run.
I just dip my toe in the water.
Ready to run, okay? Because if it get too hot, if it get a little bit too crazy and wacky in here, I'm out. All right?
Yeah, just hot. Let's go.
My body, my choice for everybody, for every human, except for children. That you guys are trying to put it on children. I want to throw that little side note on there. It cannot be my body, my choice to children, because in my body, my choice to children, a lot more pure children would self-delete, okay? A lot more of them would grow up in sticky situations, especially Black kids in the hood. And I could talk about the hood because I lived here for 30 years. I seen it. I literally told the white lady, the same lady I've been referencing all this episode, that no matter how you were raised, no matter if you get the spankings or no spankings, because when you talk to some white people, they don't believe in spankings, and they will give you this whole list of things of why not to spank and this, and they think that it's bad. And
Just gotta know when.
I basically had to tell her, like, I know somebody that didn't get spanked, and him not getting spanked didn't help me as I was pulling him back from outside the window. Like, so. We all want to think that we're right, and that's why I say this to go right back into the Kyrie thing. We all want to think that we're right in judging others or saying that we know this and we know that, or we see this and we see that, bro. We really don't know, because the only thing your eyes can see is the surface. You can't see what's inside of them. You can't see their thoughts. Can you imagine if we walked and we could just see our thoughts, the person's thoughts on their head, what they were thinking? You know how many people that you would see with a smile on their face? You would know how many people you'll see with a smile on their face that's actually hurting inside. Do you know how many people you would see with no smile on their face that's actually happy inside? Kyrie's happy inside, so let him be, bro. Just let him be. If you want Kyrie to play ball, learn how he plays ball and go take his place. I'm joking.
Shit, you still ain't gonna be able to ball like that,
nah,
man.
That boy
Till
is sick.
I see you cross somebody up at the 3-pointer, get fouled, and get the and 1 off the 3, and still get that 4-point play from getting that foul shot, bro, then I might look your way.
But let's get into the last topic, the big topic.
My man, Chappelle show.
David Chappelle. So I got a couple of questions here. We're gonna try to decipher this, bro. So if you don't know, Dave Chappelle had a special to closer. He made some transgender jokes.
Some of his best work in my eyes.
I haven't watched it yet. I have not watched it yet. So forgive me, Dave Chappelle, but I'm still here with you. Okay, I'm still right here with you.
I'm here, bro.
We right here. What's up? What's up, brother? You heard it here first. What's up, brother? Backstage, Chappelle, bro.
Oh, mama.
Because I want to ask the first question to you guys, and if you get to this part in the video, thank you. Make sure you hit the like button on YouTube and subscribe if you haven't. But I want you guys to answer these questions. I really want you guys to answer these questions. Tyrone, what is defined as a joke, bro?
What is defined as a joke? Just
what is
something
defined as a joke?
Let me see. Well, to me, a joke is something that's funny but has a little truth in it.
I can agree there. I can agree. What's your definition? I want to know your definition. What is a joke? Why are they more hurtful now?
Because people are sensitive.
People are always sensitive. Really all it is. People are always sensitive.
But people are sensitive and don't know how to take certain jokes.
People have always been sensitive and not know how to take certain jokes. Why is it such a mainstream thing now?
Because laptop gangsters and people are sensitive.
Answer down in the comments.
To me, it's laptop gangsters and people just being sensitive. Because of the internet, people can have this facade in order to speak their mind easier. And like how we talked about, some people want to use that tool of the internet and coming on as anonymous, so they won't be able to say what they can say, whatever they want to say, but won't be able to get that backlash from it.
That's true, 100%. So why do we pick and choose who gets canceled?
Because of those same people that can go up and be trolls and hide behind this facade of the internet. Twitter, people on Twitter, especially Twitter, because of also what Dave Chappelle talked about on his stand-up show about a transgender woman, Daphne, if I'm correct, her name was on there. Daphne got dragged on the internet because she came up and defended Dave Chappelle, and then 6 days later, she committed suicide. All because the internet wanted to drag motherfuckers. And then at the same time, with
that being said, it's like, do the internet really care about the LBGT community?
And that's why it's
or are they just sitting on the side waiting for you guys to say something that they can treat you like everybody else?
That's why, like you said, it got that Me Too, that whole cancel culture, it got stopped, yo. Just because motherfuckers killing themselves. Because also, like Daphne said in the stand-up that Dave Chappelle brought up, because that when after she bombed in her show, he had let her open for him, bombed it for 45 minutes. And he came through, cleaned up, and made everybody laugh in that bad boy. And she was in the front row with him, laughing at the jokes and everything. And then after a point, he was like, yo, I don't know what you're talking about, but he was like, I don't understand what you're talking about, because he's literally asking, like how you asking me, his questions about the LGBT community. And she's answering them for him low-key, and then it's still funny and everything. But then he's like, I don't understand where you coming from. But she's like, I don't need you to understand me. I need you to know that I'm out here having a human experience. And that opened some light to me too, because that's what a lot of people just out here doing. We're all going through the motions of the world. We're handling our shit the best way we need it to be handled. And that's why I don't judge a motherfucker, whether it be a woman, man that want to switch their sex, whether you
gay,
purple, green, orange, I don't give a fuck. But at the end of the day, we all
I don't
out
even
here
judge
trying
my
to be
damn
human.
self.
Facts. Like, we out
I
here just
live, I
trying to
make
be
mistakes,
human.
I correct my mistakes, and I move
Facts.
on.
Facts, man. You live from it. And at the same time, that's really just what it is. Motherfuckers is just out here trying to have a human experience. Daphne, for real.
Yeah, I want to say rest in peace, Daphne, man.
Oh God, and that's what he said too, because he was like, that wasn't fair that she
I
had
was
did
just
that,
about to say that,
because he felt like, even though Dave Chappelle is a transphobic, and he even said it too, he is a transphobic person, but he didn't feel like that was right that had happened to her. Because he felt like that was her. He didn't feel like she was a part of the LGBT community. He said she was a comedian. That was my kin, and I didn't feel like that should have
right, because he saw her as a human, and that's all that fucking mattered to him. And I think that's the point that people miss, is like, everybody wants to be labeled, everybody wants to be called this, it, this, they, this, she, that.
Fuck a label.
This,
we
that,
all
that.
the
Like,
same
no, bro,
thing
we're
at the
fucking
end of the
human.
Day.
We're human.
If we were to pick a scab on our body right now, guess what? Motherfuckers' blood is gonna come out the same.
What did the lady say on the Don Lemon show? What did the lady say on the Don Lemon show? That there's going to be two sides of transgender history. It's going to be the disgruntled side, the ones that still worrying about labels and pronouns and all this. And then on the other side, it's going to be the ones that got shit done, the real shit that needs to be done. You guys need to get on the same board. What you're doing is this. I said this in a damn another episode. You're allowing government to do to y'all what they did to black people. Give you guys a little shit, so you go off and run happy. One side runs off happy. The other side still fights for what needs to be fighting for. Sorry, but the other side who ran off, what they do is they just keep that persona up. Oh, we need more, and that's the labels, whatever you want to call that side. Like, this came from a transgender woman. Like, she said this on the Don Lemon show. Like, you guys are crazy if you think like your history is going to be written in a way of good if you guys keep allowing the people that's in this in the LGBT community. If you keep allowing those bad seeds to show their faces, because you guys don't understand that every black person is labeled by one black person.
We are.
Every gay person is labeled by one gay person.
I still get, with me being out here in Iowa, I still get asked questions about general black people in general, and I'd be like, I don't know. I can't speak for all of them. All I can say is that a lot of us are dumb. We ignorant.
Why do you guys got to put yourself in that predicament? Why can't you guys just start, like I said, get back to the original fight, your rights, not being discriminated against?
That's another thing Dave said.
Being married.
Like he doesn't like that newer gays, like the people like how like you were talking about, the ones that's all about the pronouns and the labels. He liked them Stonewall gays, them throwback ones.
And I'm pretty sure, but most older gay people,
they talking about them rights.
And I'm gonna say most here. I could be wrong. I will preface by I could be wrong, but most gay people, older gay lesbian people of that area, most of the old people are looking at these young people like, what?
Shit, I'm sorry. It's some old people that are gay that still are that hardcore where they still hiding themselves.
That's true.
I used to work with a man who was the most humblest man ever. Give you the shirt off his back. Was in the Navy and all that, military man. Gay. You would have never thought it, because he that old school. He cold. He just one of those where it's like, nah, we come from that land where it's just like, you don't sit here and put yourself out
there like that. And that's my point. Like, why do you guys, and I want somebody to answer this for me. It's a serious question.
And I love that man too.
You know, when
always trying to make sure I was fed.
You know, when I get close and I get the shadow on my face, you know I'm serious, bro. This two-face, the second side of me comes out.
How did I know you was gonna say that? How did I know you was
second side of me comes out? But the second side I would like to know is, why do you care what the person 2 blocks down around the corner up the block cares about who you date? Why do you care?
Wait.
See, I can't even ask the question. I can't even ask the question of, why does the person care who you date? Because that person doesn't really care. It's you that care. It's the opposite. It's the opposite now. It's the opposite. You care about other people caring about who you date. Why?
Got to their location though. Say where they was at.
What location?
You said 2 blocks.
2 blocks down the block, around the corner, up the block. Why must they care? I don't get it. I don't get it. Why must we care? I love you just for being human. I don't care I don't care. I'm not going to say I don't see you for who you are. I do. I see it. That's great. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. When I say I don't care, I mean it doesn't bother me. I'm not with or for you any different because of the person that you are. The person that the sexual identification that you identify as. It doesn't matter. It doesn't persuade me in any way. If you're a cool ass person, bro, I'm cool.
I'm fucks with you. For real.
That's it. I don't give a fuck what gender you are.
Oh God.
Male, female, don't care. Don't care what your sexual orientation.
You can chop it up, smoke a blunt, call it a day.
What I do care about is if you touch some girls in your lifetime, you got some sexual assault, some domestic violence. I care about that. You can't be around me with that shit. You better hide that for as long as I know. Because that's what don't sit. That's what I care about. I care about protecting
you gonna have to catch the pause.
Making sure they grow up in good environments with good head on their shoulders. With the ideas that look, I got so many different routes I can take to get out of here and do and take care of my family and have a family of my own and show them the things that I've learned along my way. We don't have that no more. That's what we should care about. We should care about the youth being shown the right things. Not all these agendas pushed up on them. And I think that's why people are giving the LGBT community so much pushback. It's because you guys are, I'm not saying it's all of you. I said this in the Elijah podcast. It's the first one that's up. It's episode 2. I said it with him, some of these agendas that's being pushed in the LGBT community need to stop because it's not going to help you guys. It's going to hurt you in the long run. It's going to hurt you in the long run. Because at some point, women are going to stand up and they are the most powerful people in the world when it comes to their voice and being heard by the power in the world, which are men. They listen to women, no matter how you want to look at it. When they start all raising their voices, when they start raising their voices, saying the same shit, and all these men's got to sit in this room and hear and talk about what all the women are saying to them, all the women that have that power, right? Like all that women that's on that same level or below what they're saying, they're gonna be like, yo, we got to stand up and help them. Because that's what happens in politics. There are women at the table. I had this conversation with my cousin. There are women at the table, bro. There are literally women at the table. There are transgenders at the table now. You guys, I think we have a councilman somewhere, or mayor, or something to do with a state's government or something like that. We have that. Joe Biden just announced a transgender. I think it was a woman doctor, and I think it was Joe Biden. I think it was one more. So you guys are starting to get into places, but what you guys don't understand, the people that are getting into those places aren't acting and pushing the agendas that you guys are. They're getting into there because they're working their ass off. They're working their ass off and they're showing that they're the best at that position that they can be. And that's it. And a lot of it, I know a lot of people on the other side, because I like talking about the other side, a lot of people on the other side would disagree with that. And they would say it's just pity. It can be. It can be them just trying to put you guys in position to just give you guys something, like I said, so you guys shut the fuck up. Because America's been doing this since the beginning of time. They've been doing this since the beginning of time.
Here, take this, shut up.
Take this shit and shut up. And it works every time. You don't really hear, if you go back 50 years, 60 years, and look at how if we go back before the Bill of Rights and watch how people were pushing to get their rights, and look at the time now of how we push to get rights. It's not the same, bro. It's not the same. The fight they pushed so much harder back then was so much littler. They had so much so little, and they push so much harder than us. We have so much, and we push so much less. I don't understand it. We worry about the wrong things. That's another thing Dave
Chappelle was talking about in his stand-up, where he was like, I'm not even, he said, I love gay people. It's the more fact that I'm jealous of y'all motherfuckers because y'all niggas getting so much shit done. But yet, here we are as black people, still.
And I don't even care about that. I don't care. Get your shit done, bro. I don't even care. I don't care, bro. We have our own fight. We have to stand up and do yo, bro. If we stand up,
I care though, because we can't come together and conquer our shit.
But whose fault is that?
We can come through ourselves, and that's why it makes
what I'm
me
saying.
mad.
That's my point. My point is the LGBT community came together for a purpose and got that purpose done. Some of them are, it's split 50-50, and it's half on this side, half on this side, and both sides are still fighting to get the shit that they want done. Where are the black people in that? Not in the LGBT, because their struggle you can't compare to our struggle, and our struggle you can't compare to theirs. I would never compare anybody's struggle to anybody's. But what I'm saying is a lot of people feel
Jews got it the worst.
A lot of people feel that black people had it the worse than Jews. But a lot of people feel that, you know, I forgot what I was gonna say.
You said something about Jews, and a lot of people feel that.
Nah, I forgot. You when you threw Jews in it, you threw me off.
Hey, I'm just saying. I will give it to the Jews. I think they won up us by a little.
No, what were you talking about before that?
What were we talking about before the Jews?
Right before you said Jews, we were talking about something.
You were saying that you're not going to compare anybody's fights.
Oh yeah, I'm not going to compare anybody's fights because they're all different, bro. But they're standing up and fighting for their shit, and we're sitting over here divided, fighting each other. And that's the difference. And we don't have nobody else to blame but the majority of ourselves. And that's it. That's the truth of it. That's literally the truth of it.
And there's nothing wrong about that.
Even with them still being divided, 50 on this side of the new age and some of the old age, and then 50 on this side, some of the new age, but mostly all of the old age, they still are getting shit done. We can't even fucking get half of us together to get anything done.
Oh God. Because motherfuckers too scared to be in a group and then shit gonna pop off.
Whatever happened to if you didn't like the person, don't talk to them? Isn't that the same as if you don't like what they're saying, don't listen to them?
Right.
Back to the Dave Chappelle thing. Like, you guys with this cancel culture is getting out of hand. Like, I get it. It has done some. If you want to call it good, call it good. It has done some things to get bad people out of positions where you can let good people in. I get it. You know, but at the same time, you guys are going about trying to cancel everybody that you don't like what they say, and that's not what the world is. Dave. That's not what the world is. The world isn't here for you to tell them they can't do what or say what they want. I get it. That we have to be more careful, like we said in the beginning of the show. We have to be more careful with our words, what we're saying about sexual preferences and orientations and races and you know, people. We have to be. We're in a time where people don't know how to hold their emotions. We're not showing our kids, or the generation that's now in the positions of power did not have the ability or was shown the ability to
communicate their emotion.
Man, not even communicate, man. Fucking hold your emotions, bro. Everybody's so emotional nowadays. Like,
there's nothing wrong with being emotional.
No, but not out in public. Not out in public, bro. Your emotions shouldn't be on display for everybody. For everybody to see who you are. Like, no, that's not what it is. It's not what it is. Your emotions should push you, bro. What you feel inside should push you.
But at the same time, what if it pushing it, you pushing your emotions, like letting your emotions push you means that you have to vote, like say your shit. Like,
yeah, but
like,
I think that's fine. But I think there's a difference between you having to get something out and you letting your emotions have to push something out. You don't need to be emotional in any business aspect, bro. When you're emotional, it doesn't turn out right. You can't be emotional. You can't go into. But
sometimes some people get stuff done business by listening to their gut.
No, but listening to your gut and the feeling is different than you getting sensitive about Dave Chappelle saying something about a community, when for the history of time, this is what the job of comedian is to tell jokes about other people. And it's not like Dave Chappelle doesn't tell jokes on his own race.
Which is true, you're right. He doesn't.
He tells it on all of them, and David Chappelle has been doing this from the beginning, like the transgender woman that was on.
And that's what bothers me about people trying to cancel Dave Chappelle, because of the fact that he is someone that doesn't. He's not biased in that sense of just race. He's always got on everybody.
And he's willing to learn, like you just said. He was sitting here asking her questions to get to learn. Like, and I think that's another thing that when we talk about, you know, the transgender community, bro. We had time, like when the gays and lesbians started coming up and fighting and wanted to be really, really accepted. A lot of people that fucking love humans and want people to be just be together. We had time to process it, whether we liked it or not. We had time to process them and accept them into the way that we now have to think. Like, we had to change that. That took time. That took time. Now you guys are trying to push everything on everybody at once. And it's like, yo, where do we get time, the space to make mistakes? Where do we get time to grow? Where do we get time to learn? I see all these videos of you guys wilding out on people because they called you the wrong thing. And yes, some of them, they do it on purpose. I get it. Some of them, they do it on purpose. But some people, and I will tell you this again, because I said it in, I think, the Elijah episode, some people call you from what their eyes see, bro. Just because, and you guys gotta understand it, just because you got a wig on and makeup on doesn't make that person's eyes change what they see you as. It doesn't. I told you, I said this on another episode. My cousin was gay. I grew up with him. He cross-dressed all the time. I still knew he was a dude.
Right.
I still can see with my own eyes that he was a guy, no matter how good Poppy looked. Shout out Poppy.
Right.
In that motherfucking get up. Nigga, like, that's what I'm saying. You guys have to be mindful that some people, yes, they do it on purpose. They're ignorant. I get it. But some of these people just don't know how to respond, how to say it, how to approach you, how to ask for the understanding, because some of the people that we see that's out in the forefront for the community is the wrong people to ask these to. People get attacked. People get attacked. Like, if I made a mistake and called you sir, and you want to be addressed as ma'am, and you tell me I'm not a sir, I'm a ma'am, I would take that, okay, my apologies. I did not know that if you would like to be called ma'am, I will call you ma'am. So that's on me. That's what you prefer to be called. If I'm having a conversation with you, I'm going to address you as you want to be addressed. Look, if a nigga came up to me, he was like, yeah, I'm a tiger. All right, tiger. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't care. It's stupid. It's a stupid thing, bro, for people to just sit here and be like, call me what I want to be called. Like, if I don't know you, how do I call you anything? If I don't know you, how do I call you anything? I can only call you what I see. I will say this story again. I had a girl at my job who had a transgender male as a boyfriend. She was biologically born a woman. When she walked into the job for the first time, the way she transitioned her appearance, she was a man. So I called him he off the bat, because that's what my eyes saw. What my eyes saw. I saw a man, not a woman. That's what you guys have to understand. Some people's brains, the way it functions and the signals it gives, it doesn't always see woman. Just because, again, you guys, you dress up and, you have wigs and you have your makeup on. It's the same thing for women. It's the same thing for women. Some men could tell ugly women through makeup. Some men could tell,
like, he had brought up how he had how TMZ had saw past the shamble of his, where he ended up beating up a woman. Yeah, he beat up. He had beat up a woman, but he had said, "I didn't know it was a woman, but I ain't gonna deny that I beat her ass."
Yeah, I know.
Because of the fact that she pulled up on him looking like a whole man, talking about, like, and then on top of that, I find it even more funny because, like, yo, you took that whole out of proportion. Dave Chappelle wasn't even trying to holler at your girl or nothing, just saying hi. He famous. All right, cool. But don't mean you gotta sit here and pull up on him acting all tough, which I feel like is because you a woman trying to assert yourself as a man.
Yeah, you gotta have that masculine role if she's a lesbian. If she's a manly lesbian.
Like,
I don't know the correct words for it.
And at the same time, just like how any other nigga, because I can't even be mad at her for doing that, because we got niggas that have done that shit looking all dumb, talking about, like, oh, back up off my girl, bro. I don't even want your girl, chill. Like, ain't nobody trying to holler at her. Like, she came up talking to me, calm your ass down. But like they said, yo, I'm gonna need you to give me 3 feet, because you step in the motherfucker's bubble, and that's how any nigga situation will be. Yo, I'm gonna need you to give me 3 feet. And that's when he's like, yo, calm down. I'm not a man. I'm a woman. And that's when he was like, I looked deep into them eyes, and I saw them cheekbones, and I saw, oh, this is a woman. And he softened his stance, unballed his fist.
Yeah, I seen this skit. I seen this skit.
He said, I talked in a soft tone, sweet, like a pimp would say, and said, you know, I'm about to start to shit at you right now. Like, and she proceeded to swing on him. That shit cracked me up. He said, that's the way coming from yesterday. Oh man, I love that.
We're too much involved in trying to get people off their grind, bro. It's because the people that do it, I'll tell you. Let me let you in on a little secret. The people that be canceling people, they be the same people on their couches, not moving, not doing shit. The ones that ain't got no ambition in life. The one ain't got no ambition, they ain't got no will. They ain't got no will to do anything. They can't go out and work their asses off to get to a place where they can fucking have some
living
people
in their mama
that
basement.
look up to them. So they sit there with their
living in their mama basement,
keyboards, opening shit.
Living in their
But
mama basement.
Guess what? Nobody really cares about the shit you talk. Only the
And then guess
insecure
what?
people.
I bet you
Not
be
okay
those
with
same people
themselves.
that still be catfishing motherfuckers too.
It'd be the same group of people. Let me let you in on another little secret.
What, you're saying that they the catfishes too?
Yeah, they probably catfishes. Hell yeah, it's probably the same group of people. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. I think that
let me let you in on another secret. All right, Dave Chappelle's that nigga.
That's what I'm saying. You ain't gonna cancel him. That's what I was saying earlier.
Nigga gave up $50 million. He's that nigga.
On guard.
Too much love. He got too much love in his hood.
He even said that in his skit too. He was like, "Yo, some of these people going about this shit the wrong way because, like how we said, they said they're taking this money that's given to them just to shut up. But it's like, nah, yo, don't sell yourself for that bread."
Dave Chappelle did not.
Like how he said before.
Did not do that.
Like how he said before. Like he made this analogy about a monkey, where it was just like the monkeys love salt, but then he was killing himself by trying to get into this thing to get the salt, but his hand couldn't fit out. So either in order for him to get the salt, he had to let it go in order to be free, but he didn't want to let it go. So that's why he was like, "You gotta let go of that salt in order to get what you really want."
I get it.
Was chilling down and out.
Dave Chappelle's a real dude, man. And I think that's the last thing I gotta say on that. You ain't canceling Dave Chappelle because he showed that how real he was. And again,
he always been a real
lady that was on the Don Lemon show. I don't know her name because it don't pop up on TikTok, but I did see it on TikTok. As she said, you should know that he's one of the real when he gave up that 50 mil.
Because not anybody would give up 50 mil.
You wouldn't. I know you watching it. You wouldn't give up no $50 million. Shit, I don't even think I would.
I don't know. Like if I was in Dave's shoes,
same predicament with all the money I made. I'll probably give it up too because we always talked about before we started a podcast that we didn't want to be silenced. We didn't want people telling us what we could say, what we could say. So we already have the idea of like when we start getting sponsorships,
and then plus, I don't even care
what we expect on right, what we expect on our end if we ever get to that point. Right, but we not in this business like some of you guys are in the business that you are to become millionaires. We just want to be able to take care of our families.
Niggas want to be cozy.
And I think that's exactly what Kyrie wants to do. I think that's exactly what John Gruden wanted to do. He wanted to take care of his family, but he said some shit that's now hindering him from taking care of his family. On the other end, Kyrie wants to take care of his family, but has to take a vaccination to take care of his family. And then on the other end, Dave Chappelle wants to take care of his family, but is constantly being threatened by these young millennials or whatever you call them about being canceled.
Even young millennials either, because he even said that he got approached by an old lady in his kid too, and his special too. Old lady approached him because she think that she came up to him saying that, "Oh, I just think you hate women," and he's like, "No, I don't know what makes these bitches think that I hate women." It cracks me up. Shout out to Dave Chappelle. No, so I don't call my women bitches. I don't call women bitches. I love females. I respect them too much in order to call them bitches. Unless you're a musical artist and I say that's my bitch because I fuck with you. So that's a compliment. Shout out to Gwen Stefani because that's my bitch.
My bitch too.
Facts. Alicia Keys.
But you want to know who my number one bitch is?
Avril Lavigne. Boom.
That's special about that white girl.
That's wifey.
I watched her grow from the first song.
That's your wife. Oh God.
To now.
That's your wife, but don't let her watch this podcast. Oh God.
If I could have anybody at my wedding, it would be Avril Lavigne because I just want to hold her. She ain't even got to sing a song. I just want to hug her.
Yes, I don't even want her to be a musical guest. I want her at my wedding.
Just want to hug her and tell her how much she got me through the shit.
That's all. I ain't mad at you.
That's all. Shout out to Avril. Shout out to Avril. But yeah, man, I think we done here, man. I think we said all we need to say. John Gruden, you messed up, bro, by coming out with those comments and saying things because you didn't think he was going to get out or get back. You were comfortable in your skin of saying those things, and like I said, I believe that's John Gruden's true colors. I think that's John Gruden's true colors. Kyrie, man, keep pushing, bro. Keep standing on what you stand on, bro. Anybody out there that don't want to get the vaccination, or anybody out there that does want to get the vaccination, don't let nobody tell you not to.
We here with you, Kyrie.
All right, don't let nobody tell you to go, and don't let nobody tell you don't go.
And do it at your own fruition,
Glenn said something in the last episode. He said, "I don't want to hinder nobody's way of getting out the hood." Well, guess what? Nobody wants to hinder well, we don't want to hinder, speak for ourselves. We don't want to hinder. And I think Kyrie's in the same boat. Anybody's outlook on if they're healthy or not with the vaccine or without. All right. I know Kyrie has made some crazy ass, words come out his mouth before, but gotta stand on what he believed, bro. And whether you agree with him or not, bro, you also got views that people don't agree with either, bro. But you still stand on them, and that's the same way you got to take it. With Dave Chappelle, bro, it's jokes. It's jokes. Like we got to get back to a time where jokes are just jokes. I remember Richard Pryor used to say some crazy shit. Richard Pryor used to go crazy. Bernie Mac crazy. Like what
and that's another meme I saw too. Yeah,
they wouldn't be able to handle Bernie.
Dave Chappelle.
No, they wouldn't be able to handle
Bernie. Yo, thank God that Bernie Mac ain't alive.
No, Bernie died at the right time. It sounds fucked up to say, but Bernie would have been cutting y'all. Bernie would have been cutting y'all up.
He'd have been coming through. Let me tell you something.
He said, I ain't scared of you, motherfuckers.
I ain't scared of you, motherfuckers.
Who you think he was talking to? You. That's who he was talking to. You.
You don't understand.
You don't understand. Bernie Mac was that guy, and you guys are really lucky that Bernie Mac died at a young age, because Bernie Mac in today's world, he would have been torching you guys, torching you with a fucking mini flamethrower. Just a mini one.
Still had the show. I'm sorry. Bernie Mac too big to have a mini flamethrower.
He need the mini one to torch him slow. He need to torch him slow.
That's a grenade launcher.
But yeah, David Chappelle, man, you guys gotta understand that he is for right things in the world, not wrong things. He's not about money. He showed us that. He's not about the fucking evil of the world. The biggest evil in the world is what? Money.
To bring together people too, man. Yes. That's all it is.
Maybe one day, bro.
He even got his own day. He even got his own day, bro.
Maybe we could get Dave Chappelle on the show, man. Once you guys hit him up for us and see if he'd like to stop.
Oh God.
See if he come over and talk with us, man. Today was just a laid back episode. We just talked about some current topics, got out some stuff. I know we
That's right.
we did dive a little bit into COVID, but you COVID fanatics on either side, don't come over here. Leave us alone. We're not doctors, we're not experts. We don't want to talk about COVID. Everybody has their own opinion. Everybody believes what they believe. Just believe what you believe. And that's it. Leave us alone. We don't want to talk about it. But we talked about it because Kyrie and other things do go into it. When you do talk about COVID, like people losing their jobs, people being scared of taking the vaccine, nurses not taking the vaccine, like that all goes to Kyrie's point of like, yo, I don't want to take it because I don't know what it is. I don't know who to trust. Like, and just because government tells you you can trust me, doesn't mean you can trust them. Just because a crackhead tells you, yeah, you can trust me moving your couch, you can run down to the store, doesn't mean you'll trust them, dude.
Note to self for y'all, don't ever trust a crackhead telling y'all that he can move your couch.
Shit, you might get back from the store.
It'll be moved.
The entire building.
Facts. I'm about to literally say that.
The entire building is no longer there. It's just dirt.
Apartment. Oh God. You're gonna try and put a key in the door. It's just nothing but foundation on that motherfucker. All you got is your welcome mat.
Right. I hope you guys enjoyed.
That's gonna be gone.
I hope you guys enjoyed the conversation. I surely enjoyed it, T. It was a good one. Love your inputs. I want to preface by saying this is just our opinion. If you disagree, you disagree. We if you would like to comment down below, we can talk about it. We are all up for conversations. You want to DM us? You want to DM us on Instagram, Twitter? We're over there. We don't really post much yet. We're still trying to figure all that stuff out. But we just want to make sure that we're bringing you guys good content, good conversation. Keep bringing that community aspect of getting our children back in the good communities that watch over them and help them. And make sure that they're on the right path of being something. We have too many kids in our inner cities grabbing guns and drugs, and we don't have enough of them going places. Like my mom's husband said today, but there are lawyers and doctors coming in from out of my area. No. I've been here 30 years in this area, this same area. I've been here for 30 years. No, there are some people with good jobs in this area. Yes. And the reason why they live in this area. You got good
nurses that come out here.
But the reasons why they live in this area is because the rent is cheaper than the rest of Jersey City. That's why they come down here to this area. So yes, there are good people in the community. I'm not saying that, but most of these communities in Jersey City where I come from, they're ran by gang members.
Facts.
That's just the facts of it. People don't want to think about that. They want to think the hard working outweigh these gangsters. They don't. They don't.
And that's been a fight since the beginning of the crack pandemic, bro.
They don't. These gangs are getting bigger and bigger and bigger every year. You
want to know why? They put that crack into the hood, the game changed.
You want to know why? Because they get to recruit your young sons and daughters now.
Oh, we ain't talking about recruiting young sons, because then we're gonna take it back to a certain person that is just sad in my eyes. Brittany Renner, I saw a meme about her out here at some college, talking about, hey, I'm at such and such state, hide your sons. Like, that's sad. Fucking sad.
The community and society we live in today. But I want to leave you guys with the quote, and then I want you guys to get up out of here and have a good day. So the quote today is by Amanda Lovelace. Lovelace. She said, "You deserve someone who makes you feel like the otherworldly creation you are. Yourself."
That's right.
Yourself.
That's right. Now, if you've gotten to this point in the video, guys, I want you to give yourself a hug.
Right. Thank you guys, man. We do appreciate it,
I'm
bro.
not letting you go.
You know that beat going on right now. You know that. So
don't get me started. I'm gonna start twerking, bro.
So this your boy Troy.
And it's your boy T Brown.
Thank you guys for watching the What's Up Brother podcast. Peace.
Well, brother, how you doing? How's your sister? How's your your mother?
How's your sister? How's your sister, man? How's your sister?
I said, how's your sister?
No, you said how's your sister. You said hi. How's your sister? I'm worried about that one. I'm worried about that.